Here's every Separatist droid you need to know, from frontline infantry to elite assassins and specialized operatives. This is part 1 of our series, diving into the mechanical ranks that shaped the Clone Wars. Let's jump in. The B-1 Battle Droid. Mass-produced for the Separatist war machine, B-1s were cheap, expendable units engineered to win through volume, not precision. Armed with E5 blaster rifles and networked through central control systems, they struggled with coordination when left to operate independently, often resulting in hilarious battlefield mishaps. Their limited cognitive programming was a feature, not a flaw, simplified to reduce cost and prevent insubordination. Despite their infamous incompetence, B-1s became one of the most recognizable droid units in galactic history, appearing in major Clone Wars battles and even resurfacing during the New Republic era. The OOM series Battle Droids. These were specialized variants of the standard B-1 Battle Droid, designed to fulfill command, security, and pilot functions within the Separatist army. These droids were easily identified by their color-coded armor, yellow for command units, red for security, and blue for pilots. Unlike basic B-1s, OOM droids were programmed with advanced tactical subroutines that allowed command droids to coordinate squads and issue orders, security droids to protect key locations, and pilots to operate various vehicles and starfighters. While still limited by their basic design, some OOM droids exhibited brief moments of independent decision-making, enhancing their effectiveness on the battlefield. The C8 Saboteur Droid. A master of subterfuge. The C8 Saboteur Droid was designed for covert operations behind enemy lines, equipped with onboard toolkits, plasma cutters, wire trimmers, and electronic jammers. It excelled at disabling critical infrastructure like power generators, security systems, and vehicle engines. Deployed singly or in stealth pairs, these droids relied on their compact chassis and low thermal emissions to avoid detection. Rare and highly specialized, C8 droids were invaluable in crippling Republic defenses before major offensives. The D1 series Aerial Battle Droid. Also known as the D-Wing droid, the D1 series Aerial Battle Droid was a specialized variant of the B-series battle droids developed by the Techno Union. It featured retractable wings that allowed it to fly, giving it a tactical advantage in aerial combat. Armed with built-in blasters, the D1 series was designed for air support and security roles. Its unique design and capabilities made it a formidable opponent, though its appearances were limited. The BX series Commando droids. Built for infiltration and surgical operations, BX droids were elite units optimized for speed, precision, and tactical autonomy. Unlike standard B1s, they featured enhanced mobility, reflexive targeting, and independent decision-making. Their reinforced skeletal frames enabled silent movement, rapid traversal, and vertical scaling across complex terrain. Armed with dual E5 blaster pistols and retractable vibroblades, they excelled in sabotage, assassination, and intel-gathering missions. Some variants used voice modulators or holograms to mimic clone troopers, while others employed cloaking tech for high-risk infiltration. Costly and specialized, BX droids weren't mass deployed. They were scalpel strikes in an army of hammers. The E4 Baron Droid. This was a hulking security droid constructed with Architron plating. It was designed for heavy-duty protection and enforcement, armed with dual-repeating blaster cannons and equipped with advanced sensors, including motion, heat, energy, and sonic detectors. The E4 could track and engage targets effectively. Despite its formidable appearance, its slow movement and heavy frame limited its agility, making it an easy target. Ultimately, the E4's performance led to its refinement into this next battle droid. The B2 Super Battle Droid. Designed to correct the B1's shortcomings and improve on the E4's sluggishness, The B-2 was tougher, deadlier, and far more intimidating. Its reinforced armor could absorb sustained blaster fire, while wrist-mounted blasters delivered rapid volleys ideal for shock assaults. Though slower than the B-1 and costlier to produce, its firepower made it perfect for breaching enemy lines and securing key positions. Unlike the B-1, the B-2 could occasionally operate without a central command relay, granting rare independence. While not deployed in massive numbers, B-2s often spearheaded attacks or flanked weaker units. Vulnerable to Jedi and heavy weapons, they still defined frontline brute force. The B-3 Ultra Battle Droid, a towering upgrade to the B-2 line. The B-3 was built for direct assault and battlefield control. Reinforced armor let it withstand brief lightsaber contact, while a density projector stabilized recoil during heavy fire. Its right arm deployed a tight spray flamethrower, the left a wide spray plasma cannon, ideal for clearing infantry and vehicles. Secondary blasters and a shoulder-mounted missile launcher added layered firepower. Though powerful, the B-3's complexity and cost limited deployment. Still, when it fielded, it turned choke points into kill zones. Its presence alone shifting the momentum of battle through brute force and overwhelming firepower. The B-4 Mega Battle Droid. Although never shown on screen, the B-4 Mega Battle Droid was engineered for independence, intelligence, and brute force, designed to keep fighting even after the Clone Wars ended. Only around 500 units were produced at the Naitim droid factory before its destruction during the Outer Rim sieges. B-4s saw limited deployment in battles like Coruscant, with some, like B-4307, overriding shutdown commands and later joining New Republic forces. The V2 series Commando Droid. The V2 series Commando Droid was a refined upgrade to its BX predecessor, built for surgical precision and elite strikes, armed with blasters and demolition tools. It excelled in infiltration, sabotage, and shipboarding. Deployed in tight-knit squads, V2s were rare and costly, but efficient. Survivors often became mercenaries, continuing their deadly work well beyond the Clone Wars. The IG-100 MagnaGuard. Elite warriors engineered for precision, adaptability, and resilience. MagnaGuards served as the personal bodyguards of General Grievous and other high-value Separatist leaders. Built for close combat, they wielded electro-staves forged from frick alloy, capable of withstanding lightsaber strikes and delivering devastating energy blows. Their programming featured advanced reflexes and tactical adaptability, allowing them to analyze and counter Jedi fighting styles mid-duel. Lacking traditional heads, their sensors were housed in their torsos and shoulders, enabling them to fight even after decapitation. MagnaGuards could learn from past engagements, and were trained to anticipate and overwhelm Force-sensitive opponents. Feared by clone troopers and Jedi alike, they also led boarding actions, raids, and frontline assaults, proving themselves among the most dangerous droids in the Separatist arsenal. The IG-110 Lightsaber Droid. Modeled after the IG-100 MagnaGuards, the IG-110 was built to combat Jedi head-on. Its programming drew from holo-recordings of Jedi combat, allowing it to mimic lightsaber techniques with deadly precision. Armed with dual red lightsabers powered by synthetic crystals, allegedly a gift from Count Dooku, it was a fearsome opponent. However, it lacked Force sensitivity and was never considered a true Jedi equal. Despite its combat prowess, the IG-110 saw limited deployment due to high production costs, rarity, and the Separatists' growing preference for more adaptable, large-scale droid forces. The LR-57 Combat Droid. A towering, tank-like unit, the LR-57 was built for durability and heavy defense, not speed. With thick frontal armor and dual energy cannons mounted on either side of its reinforced frame, it could absorb sustained blaster fire and return devastating volleys capable of suppressing infantry and holding fixed positions. Slow and cumbersome, it was poorly suited for mobile warfare, making it ideal for guarding choke points, fortifications, and key infrastructure. Deployed early in the Clone Wars, LR-57s were relatively rare, but visually imposing, designed to endure and repel. Where adaptability failed, brute force made its presence known. The Infiltrator-Demolition Droid. Built for covert sabotage, the Infiltrator-Demolition Droid specialized in infiltration and destruction behind enemy lines. Disguised as standard sweeper droids, they slipped unnoticed into Republic facilities. Once inside, they transformed into heavily armed combat mode, wielding laser cannons and explosive charges. Their unique ability to merge into a single bomb after a countdown made them deadly in close-quarters sabotage missions. Combining stealth and explosive power, these droids were key assets for disrupting high-security targets and weakening Republic defenses during critical Clone Wars operations. The Colicoid Infiltrator-series droid. The Colicoid Infiltrator-series droid was a stealth-focused assassin model created by the Colicoid Creation Nest for the Confederacy of Independent Systems. With its four jointed legs and sharp curved claws, it could silently board enemy starships, breach hulls, and eliminate targets with precision. Equipped with a holographic image disguiser, it could mimic ship components to avoid detection. While programmed for covert assassinations, the droid's processor sometimes led to unexpected behavior, including potential rebellion. Despite this, its effectiveness in sabotage and infiltration made it a formidable tool in the Separatists' arsenal. The A-Series Assassin Droid. This is a formidable combat automation developed by Inks scientist Pollux Poi for the Shell Hutts. Standing 3 meters tall, it features an angular humanoid chassis with 4 red photoreceptors between a swept-back crest. Designed primarily for targeted eliminations, these droids often operate in teams, leveraging superior firepower and combat prowess. Armament includes a shoulder-mounted blaster cannon, retractable finger blades, and a variety of specialized weapons such as flamethrowers and sonic detonators. After Poi's death, the droids were acquired by Count Dooku and deployed against Jedi forces during the Clone Wars, notably at the Battle of Jabiim. The BL-Series Battle Legionnaire. The BL-Series Battle Legionnaire was a limited-run, heavy-duty combat droid crafted by Bactoid Combat Automata in collaboration with Mandalorian designer Fen Shaisa. Outfitted with an AAP-11 blaster box, retractable finger blades, military-grade balanced gyros, and signal-jamming gear, it could lift thousands of kilograms and sprint at nearly 30 kilometers an hour for over a day. Armor-clad in Mandalorian-style green plating with photoreceptors, these droids bolstered protector ranks in assaults on Kamino and New Bornalex. One survivor, BL-17, joined Boba Fett's crew during the Empire era. The HKB-3 Hunter-Killer Droid. Built for speed, precision, and coordinated ambush tactics, the HKB-3 featured an angular frame and a remote processing comm unit that allowed real-time syncing with nearby droids. Armed with a rapid-fire blaster and modular limbs for adaptable combat roles, it excelled in patrols, assassinations, and guarding high-value targets. Though later overshadowed by droidicas, the HKB-3 remained a fast, calculating, and lethal asset in the Separatist arsenal. The SDK-4 Assassin Droid. Also known as the Assassin Probe, the SDK-4 Assassin Droid was a stealthy, spider-like unit designed for high-efficiency assassinations. It moved silently on 8 razored legs and was equipped with red photoreceptors for enhanced vision. If cornered or destroyed, the SDK-4 could release up to 30 mini assassin droids from its head to complete its mission. Employed by the Confederacy of Independent Systems during the Clone Wars, it was later used by Death Watch and the Galactic Empire. The SDK-4's compact size and deadly efficiency made it a formidable opponent in covert operations. HK-series Assassin Droids. Designed as elite hunter-killers, the later HK models such as HK-57, HK-67, and HK-77 were advanced evolutions of the notorious HK-47. HK-57 units were among the first post-Clone Wars prototypes, but frequent performance issues led to further refinements. HK-77 emerged as the most aggressive and streamlined version, featuring integrated blaster rifles and reinforced armor for frontline combat. These droids abandoned stealth in favor of overwhelming force, often serving as strike operatives or battlefield commanders. Though costly and never mass-produced, their precision, cold logic, and unnerving personalities earned them fear and respect across criminal networks and war-torn sectors alike. The JK-13 Security Droid. Nicknamed the Jedi Killer, the JK-13 Security Droid combined advanced engineering with bio-droid technology. Equipped with up to 25 stun tentacles, it could disable enemies with electric shocks or slice through armor. A built-in deflector shield, red photoreceptors, and climbing claws gave it agility and battlefield awareness. Powered by a Force-sensitive Dashta eel, it had limited precognitive reflexes to anticipate Jedi attacks. Though few were built due to eel instability, the JK-13 remains one of the most lethal anti-Jedi droids ever created. The E-522 Assassin Droid, a lethal remnant of former bounty hunter and assassin droid designs, the E-522 was a sleek humanoid-class killer built for one purpose: eliminate high-value targets with precision. Equipped with vibro blades, concealed wrist blasters, and advanced sensor arrays, it could stalk, infiltrate, and strike without warning. Agile and intelligent, the E-522 combined martial skill and programmed ruthlessness, making it a top-tier threat in the Clone Wars and beyond. Though not produced in large numbers, coordinates, including political leaders and Jedi targeted for removal, encountered the E-522 deployed by both separatist and criminal factions. Its presence remained a silent whisper of danger in galactic conflicts. The IG Sentinel Droids. Developed by Holowan Mechanicals, the same company behind the infamous IG-88, early models like the IG-86 and IG Lancer Droid were highly agile and intelligent assassin units built for high-risk missions. Their designs emphasized flexibility, precision, and advanced targeting systems, making them particularly effective in chaotic combat environments. These droids were employed by various factions, including the Intergalactic Banking Clan, the Confederacy of Independent Systems, and criminal organizations like Zero the Hutt's Syndicate. Whether tasked with assassination, escort duties, or elite security roles, the IG series droids quickly earned a reputation for lethality, efficiency, and battlefield adaptability during the Clone Wars. The Separatist Probe Droid. These were rare, specialized units designed for high-risk covert operations. Sleek and black-armored, they moved silently and used advanced cloaking and low thermal signatures to remain nearly invisible to sensors. Equipped with twin blaster cannons and tools for sabotage, they could disable shields, hack systems, and eliminate targets with precision. Deployed in small numbers, they excelled at infiltration, assassination, and electronic disruption, relying on stealth and accuracy rather than heavy armor or brute force. The Chameleon Droid. The Chameleon Droid, originally known as the Spelunker Probe Droid, was a covert sabotage unit used by the Separatists during the Clone Wars. Equipped with a holographic cloaking device, it could become nearly invisible to infiltrate enemy lines undetected. Using repulsor lift technology, it moved across various terrains, including vertical surfaces. Armed with laser cannons and frag mines, the Chameleon Droid carried out critical missions like the Jedi Temple assault on Ilum. disabling key infrastructure and sowing chaos while remaining virtually invisible to enemy forces. And that wraps up part 1 of our full breakdown of Separatist droids. Drop your favorite droid in the comments below. Part 2 is coming soon, where we'll dive into the strangest machines in the Separatist arsenal. Droids built for air, sea, and everything in between. Thanks for liking and subscribing. It really keeps the channel going. Stay tuned, and as always, may the Force be with you.